I'm just looking around, trying to find plants to scan. I gotta make a certain amount of hops. Also trying to farm for the Atlas Warframe pieces, but that is real busy. You have to kill a boss that has 20 health. Not as fun as it's space. The reason I'm talking audio only is because I don't have a camera yet, so that's the main reason. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get at least 100 cryotic at best, if I can.
Excavator is ready to go. Keep it powered and protect it from enemy fire.
Right now I'm using the Stradivar rifle, which is like a mixture of a marksman rifle and a assault rifle, and it can switch auto and semi-auto for increased accuracy. Also using this giant, long, heavy sword called the Galloping Prime. It shreds right through.
We need another power cell for the excavator.
Ah. Still no power cell failure yet. After this, I think I'll show you guys that Georgia Skull thing that I'm talking about. Okay, like, imagine a zombie, but it's like a bioweapon that affects everything, and it has to be used with a ship. And it's about as big as King Kong, and it's in space.
The excavator has lost power. Find another cell.
I have to do it solo because no one's gonna help me today. I'm not the only chicken out of the
Look what we just uncovered.
Bro, that thing that's on me right now, that is a latcher. It explodes. Watch it. See? By the way, that thing above my head, it is a sentinel called a shade. So if you're not familiar with Warframe, it can turn you invisible. And it's within a certain range. It's like 10 meters. If you don't have any like invisibility perks or mods on, or are not using like Ivara, Loki, or Ash. Plus, this is also a good planet to come and relax and just listen to the sounds. And if this video
The
gets
scanner has
uploaded in
picked up
bad
the target.
quality, I
Go to the
can't
dig
do
site.
anything about it until I get some kind of like
Excavator deployed. Protect the unit while it extracts the
recording
artifact.
enhancer to increase the quality, because I'm doing this off my Xbox, so it's not very good. Sometime later I'll try to do a live stream with my clan leader in it. He's not showing me all the things. What's the one power cell? Oh, I'm on fire. Whatever shall I do?
Excavation complete. Look what they found.
Yeah, full auto? There we go. I wasn't really kidding about that. Oh, Scorpion. That thing I just picked up allows you to earn focus. The more XP the enemies are worth, the greater the focus points gain. Once we get to this next excavator, I shall show you all what the focus points are used for. It's a little something that you have to earn from a quest in the game called the Second Dream, which has a boss at the end part of the quest. It's called a Shadow Stalker. And basically, the Sentients have teamed up with a Stalker who was contacted by Hunhao, who is a giant Sentient, basically. And he basically imbues his conscience into a sword called the War. And you can actually get that in the game without the consciousness in it. And there's even like a weapon pack called Hunhao's Gift. It comes with Kubro armor,
Excavator deployed. Protect the unit while it
shoulder,
extracts the
chest,
artifact.
and leg armor
An artifact has
for
been located.
your
Proceed
Warframe.
to the dig site.
And then it even comes with the War Sword. It's not as cool as the Galatine because it's so yeah, as you can tell, these guys have enhanced a bit since I started the recording. That's because the farther you go in an excavation mission, well, the tougher they'll get. And the more damage they do to the objective. They especially take out the heavy gunners because they destroy
The excavator has run out of power.
your shit
Find
like
cell.
real. Yeah, and those are like alien rhinoceroses with tusks, those little big tusky teeth. Never really looked at their eyes before. They're like light green. That was cool enough. Basically, there is a rare mod those things drop, and those things are worth quite a lot of money. Money in this game is like a really rare currency. That's how we trade items. It is called plat, or platinum. No, it's not. We just call it plat for short because
Look what we just uncovered.
currency for prime. Alright, I said I was going to show you the operator. Forgot about that. Alright, let's get to this next area. That's where they're going. And I should show you what it looks like once the enemy gets in motion. Sorry about that. And if you're wondering what Warframe I'm using, it is called Frost Prime, and the Sentinel I'm using is called the Shade. Well, this is a different version of it. It counts as a separate version of the Shade Sentinel. It is called the Prisma Shade, which comes with another version of the Burst Laser called the Prisma Burst Laser. Now these will count towards your Mastery rank, which, as you can see, I am rank 17. Anything that you have not max ranked, everything in the game has like a 30 rank.
Excavator is ready to go. Keep it powered and protected from enemy fire.
Alright, once they get in, I shall
The
show
scanner
you
has picked
what
up a
the
target.
operator does.
Go to the dig site.
Basically, when you select your fourth ability, just press right on the D-pad one more time, and it will select whatever tree you have selected your operator. And necessarily, you would want to go for something that has a lot of kick to it. Like, for instance,
We need another power cell for the excavator.
this is the modified tree. There is an upgrade and you can even do this too. Do it. See, the Warframes themselves, they're just like, we call them puppets in a second dream. The operator is just basically a person who is embraced the void and the powers of the Warframes come from the actual office. That is a knock. It is like a very dangerous enemy. As you can see, that toxin skull and crossbones symbol, that is poison. I have no idea what weapon they use. What weapon is that? I don't recognize that weapon at all. Oh, I think that's funny, do you? It's funny when you're dead. Basically, every excavator that you activate, see the thing that has the excavation time on it? Every second and every percent of power gives you one cryotic, which you will need to build certain stuff in the game. Like for instance, right now I'm missing the final, I can't remember which piece it was, for the Elytron Arcwing. It will allow me to build it in my foundry. And it will allow me to have more health and shield. New abilities. I'm trying to get these the things weak. Kind of stale when you just start them. I'm running low on ammo. Might as well. Oh crap. My house is not, motherfucker. Sorry if I curse a lot. These guys. Usually after you get to a certain part or point in an excavation, you'll want to leave, because if it gets way too tough and then you waste all your lives, it's not fun. I'll tell you that much. If I were doing this on Mars, it would be different. Because on there, the enemies get real tough real quick. Because technically it's like the 4th planet you unlock in the game. It's not fun.
Dig complete. Your hard work has
Going
just been
after
rewarded.
Cryotic, because it's such a pain in the ass to farm. Like, the only way to earn more cryotic is if you have a resource booster, which would basically double the amount of cryotics you would earn at the end of the mission. Like, as you can see on my screen, it has total cryotic excavated 600. That means I'll get 600 at the end of the mission once I go to extraction. That's if I choose to do so. If I had a resource booster on, not the drop chance one, because that one just doubles the chance that it will drop more. Or like doubles the amount you get. Basically, the resource drop booster, it allows you to get more resources, and basically I would be earning 1200 cryotic at the end of this
protected from enemy fire.
if I had extracted already.
Proceed to the dig site.
Use my Galatine for a while. Now I know why people like the Galatine so much. It's so good. And yes, you can add elemental damage effects to your weapons anytime you want, but you have to get the mods full. And there are even polarities which allows you to put on more mods if they're like maxed out.
The excavator has lost power.
So it looks like after this one I'll have to go to extraction because they are taking it down way too quickly. Love these combos. Oh, and if you're all wondering, I am playing on Xbox. Well, actually, it's by the way, the shields are low in the expert. Yeah. All that back. You see, I just used an item, and that is a health pad. You can see it does that. I also have that version of shield. This is for energy. For our abilities. See, as compared to the regular Frontier Lancer, the Elite versions are way tougher. As you saw, the damage output was slightly different. I need to kill this guy because his power shot. No! Dang it.
Excavator destroyed. Protect the
Alright, I'm
remaining
gonna go
dig
towards
sites.
extraction. I will show you guys some of the stuff that is on the ship. For those who do not know what stuff you can get if you play the game. Oh. By the way, as I'm recording this right now, I can't really see my energy count. I'm not really, I don't really have it like set up on a computer. So this is like set up on my TV. You just have to bear with me. Wait, am I? Yeah, it happens to the best of us. Oh, a little thing. Yeah, it looks like it is. Yeah, I can set them on fire with this thing too. Like a 5% chance because it's only like just. So it's not that powerful. And as their level increases, so does their damage output as well. I'm gonna show you a little something. See these things right here? These are called Kubro. You can basically breed them. There are several different kinds that you can get in the game. Oh damn, my prison shit is dead. Let me go to extraction. I just told my clan that I'm gonna mix a live stream. So, as you can see, this is my ship. You can actually get 4 different types of ships, but the insides will always look the same. Oh, Geezer's asking me whether to mix your live stream. That's all I gotta message him. Alright, so, quick little update. This thing right here is the codex, which I'll show you in a second. And this is a Steel Meridian insignia signal, which you can turn those in during Steel Meridian missions, well, certain ones, to get extra reputation, which I will show you guys right now. As you can see, the ones in the red bars are ones that don't like me because, well, I'm allied with Steel Meridian and ours is in Texas. And then this one doesn't like Steel Meridian or Cephalon. And there's actually a way to gain positive rating for them, which was is what I'm about to tell you right now. Basically, as you can see, Steel Meridian is allied with Red Veil.
You're a hero to these
If you were a Steel Meridian
and to me.
sigil, and based on your master rank, you can get like a bunch of extra reputation like every day. And it resets at like 8 o'clock at night my time. So as you can see, I have them at rank 2 already. And I'm looking forward to getting either that or that. I'm probably going to get both, because that's the last piece I'm missing for the Flecker. You can even buy Spectres from these guys too. Basically, this is like a Spectre made from an infested Charger. And then each one will sell a different one. Like New Loco, they'll sell Ancient Healer Spectre, which is like a passive healer that they can send out. These are like little robots made after like chickens or something, I'm not really sure. Cephalon Suda, they'll give you Shield Osprey Spectres, which are useful for defenses. Keep the shields of the objects charged. To buy more of those. I've been having trouble getting this one done.
Set the example
because the requirement for the rank 4 is something that I never seem to get, so I will have to find someone with it because it is a rare drop. And these ones, they all sell these pieces right here, which you can use to make newer weapons. But what you really want to get for free are these, because you will need these for later levels. And these are weapon mods that add bonuses to certain weapons. And as you rank up, because the last rank is General for Steel and Meridian, you can get augment mods for your Warframe's abilities. Geezer says he's looking like a mess. That's okay, man. Yeah, so I actually plan on getting him next. His name is Atlas. He's able to summon a Rumbler, which is actually a giant stone golem, which I will actually show you guys after I get it. But that will be for another video. And then this, the incubator. Now, I'm gonna show you guys 4 different companions. This is the default one in the game. The one that you start out with. Now you can get more of these in the game. And like any other pet, you just have to take care of them. This is known as a Roxa Kubro. And with these companions, you can actually give them upgrades. And as you can see, I have all the Sentinels except for the Carrier and the Carrier Prime and the Worm Prime, because those are both vaulted things. Because he's recovering, I cannot do the upgrades and show you. But on this, you can actually see which upgrades you can put on. But of course you can't put on 2 of the same, because it'll do that. But if you have the capacity for it, which is up in the top left, you can equip it. But if it has a polarity like that, because see, look, because Spare Parts has a 2 mod capacity take up, if you put it on this, it turns it to 1. Now if you rank it up, it'll use a lot more capacity, but if you have a polarity on the slot you put it on, it will allow you to equip more mods that are at max rank. Like for instance, this mod right here, it allows the shade to cloak you from enemies within 10 meters. As that is max rank, it uses 7, so I would need to rank up my Prisma Shade a little more and then put it on one of these 2 to reduce the cost. And the weapons that I currently have, this one's my most powerful one, because look at the stats on the Galatine. And then look at the stats on the Arc of Triton. The leap, spin, and wall attack are like 800 more than the Galatine is. So it's my most powerful weapon. And then, the sidearms, which are like the secondaries. Most of these, because I don't have many of them, is because I maxed ranked most of them and used them to make other weapons. And, well, you need space for the new stuff. And the only way you'd be able to have all the weapons in the game is if you had a lot of money to spend on the plat and buy weapon slots. For buying each thing of weapon slots, it costs like 20 plat for 2 slots, I think, or it's like 12. And then recently I just got this. It's a Wraith version of the Volkar sniper rifle, which is a Grineer weapon. And then this is a grenade launcher with the Toncore Jade skin. And this I just finished this morning because, well, Ender, my buddy Ender King, he gave me the blueprint for it because I had all the other pieces, because it would be too time consuming to get the blueprint from the relics, which was a rare drop even if it was refined and made to increase the chances of dropping it. And then my favorite weapon of all time, of course, the Opticore, for reasons. Because, well, look at those stats. Can't go wrong with that, right? And so far I'm actually liking this one too. It's like a shotgun that shoots out energy. And it starts with radiation damage, surprisingly. And what I'm about to show you is all the Warframes that I have currently. I got rid of some of them because I needed space, because I got prime versions of the other ones. This one's real good for crowd control, especially against like large groups of enemies or for like defenses. This one's more like a support class Warframe. Its abilities are a little hard to master, but if you get the right hang of it, you can easily master it. This one was my very first one, and I gotta say, it really kicks ass. I don't know how I could ever get rid of that. I would never get rid of it, because it's so good. Basically, this guy right here, he can like summon a tentacle swarm that can like drop additional loot if you have the mod, augment mod for it. He can turn invisible. He can like use sand as a weapon. He can. How do I explain this? It would basically be like defying the laws of physics. He can like create a dimension and like drag people into it. And then Loki is used for stealth, but Ivara would probably be the better one because you can always stay invisible. Mag is like she's like the master of magnetic manipulation. Here, look, I'll show you why. See her abilities? Magnetic. Everything is magnetic. And that means only one thing. That's great for dealing with shields, because if you inflict enemies with magnetic damage, the status effect proc, which is what we call what it's called in the game. It's basically like a thing that like reduces shields by like 50 to 75% of their normal strength, and they get like really weak, so that way you can damage them easier. This one is I don't know how to describe this one. This one, it was probably my first tough Warframe to build. one of the pieces, I could never get enough plastids. It was like 4,200. But now it just doesn't seem to be a problem to get that many. Because that was back when I was first starting out the game. And then Necros is basically like the manipulator of the living and dead. He can basically like summon shadows of defeated enemies he's killed. Mirage can create illusions. She could even throw like a little crystal ball. And it's an ability called Prism, and what it does is it actually throws a crystal through the air. But it only lasts for a measly 12 seconds, but I could extend that by like 30% if I wanted to. And basically, as you can see from the picture in the bottom, where her prism ability is, it can actually set people on fire, which is pretty cool. And this one is where it gets a little tricky. Nova uses electromagnetic energy, but her abilities are fueled by antimatter, which is highly explosive and can vaporize people. But the good thing is, look at what her second ability does. What it means by that is it increases the deadliness when targeted by weapons. It means any enemies hit by it will take the damage multiplier count of increased damage. Doesn't matter what level they are. And then we have Nyx, who can mind control enemies. And she can even throw psychic bolts at people. And Chaos allows her to cause hysteria on enemies, confusing them to attack random people. So I guess it like attacks anybody. Overall, he was probably my favorite Warframe of all, because of one reason and one reason only. He was my first healer. Because I put mods on him that increased his renewal ability. I mean, it's so good. I don't know where I would be without him. He's such a great Warframe to play as. Now, Saren, on the other hand, I had to buy her because I learned like a lot later. This is like 2 weeks ago, I believe. Maybe it was like a week and a half ago. The boss to get her pieces from is one that you have to fight on Sedna, which is basically like the hardest planet in the game. That's not in like some unknown area. And that's the only way to make her. And then Rhino Prime, it was given to me as a prize in my clan by my friend Emma, who is also the clan leader, by the way. She's a real nice person. If you get to know her, she's such a nice person. I wouldn't be where I am without her support. And recently, my latest addition is this guy right here. He was a real pain in the butt to acquire, but I finally got him. He looks more like Necros mixed with a Minotaur or something. And this is the prime variant of regular Saren that has a little bit better shields. This one was a very strange quest. It involved a person whose mind was connected to like the forest of Earth, and you had to fight 3 specters and make 3 apothecs in order to acquire her pieces. And after you beat the quest, you get the blueprint to make her. Basically, her best ability, and it's her only good one, to be honest. It allows her to turn invisible and fly around. Well, not invisible, I should say. She shrinks. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, look what it says. Where it says Razor Ring. You shrink down and take flight while Razor flies attack nearby allies. And basically, if you see the things on her waist area, her arms, and her neck area, those are the razor flies that it speaks of. This is a vaulted Prime Warframe that somehow I was lucky enough to get because of my friend Angel Centurion, who is, by the way, a very nice person from the UK. He gave me an entire Trinity Prime set, and I was actually surprised he even gave it to me. He gave it to me like free of charge. He didn't really mind. And this is the Warframe I'm going to be getting soon, which I will show you in another video. And this is Zephyr. She's like a... it's better to show you her abilities. Basically, I haven't really tried her Turbulence yet, but her Tornado ability is probably the best one because it creates 3 tornadoes that damage enemies a ton. And then my favorite one, which comes with, as you can see, those little tassels on kind of on the back on her that are attached to her arms. It's like a special thing that only comes with this Warframe. It's called... let's see, where was it? Yeah, it was under attachments. It's the only one that comes with... what's it called? It's an auxiliary. And basically there's like 2 different versions of it. One is when she was in the lab, one's before that. And as you can see, her shields aren't that great, even though I gave her some shield mods. And before we go, I'm going to show you guys a few other things. Before we do the Golem, the Jordis's Golem boss. Might as well show you guys the other ones too. That was the Roxakubro. The next one is it's one I just got recently, and this is from the help of my clan leader Emma. This is a Horos Kubro. As you can tell, it's a little bit bigger and taller. I decided to name it after her because, well, she's a bit of a goofball. As you can tell, these things are real tall. That looks funny when I look at that. And basically, they do the same thing that regular Kubros do, the Roxas do, but each Kubro breed has a distinct set of unique mods you can put on it. Now what I'm about to show you is the oh, that looked weird. Is the Helminth Charger, which was surprisingly easy to get. Yeah, this is gonna look a little freaky to people. This is basically like an infected version of a Kubro, but it's friendly and loyal to you. A bit weird. I know, it looks kind of like a seahorse or something. Surprisingly, they're like really. This thing's like really good. Yes, the X just. Yeah. Alright, now the last thing I'm going to show you guys is one of only 2 variants of this type of companion in the game. This is actually a cat. And I am not kidding about that. See? It's called a kavat. It's basically like an alien cat. Big floofy tails. You can also change their colors too at any time you want to after. Of course. This is the main breed, which is the Adarza. It's the first one you get. The other one you have to trade with genetic templates in order to get the DNA for that one. It's called the Smita. It allows you to get additional loot from enemies, which is pretty cool. Alright, I'll put that away. And then I'm going to go show you guys what is back here. For those of you who don't know, this is where the operator resides. Because like you can actually get out and like look at your Warframe. You can even go back and like change the look and design of your operator. I tried to make mine look as close to my eye color as possible. But it's an okay system, but I wish they would have made it a little easier to do. Hey, nothing's easy. So basically, this is like the default thing for it on your first class. It'll be different for each person, whichever way you want to choose. The Madurai one is the damaged one with the beam. This one is a healing one that unleashes 5 restorative waves of energy. This one releases 5 pulses of energy that suspend and incapacitate enemies. And this one unleashes 5 bursts of psychic energy that confuse enemies, which I'm guessing it makes them attack one another. And then this one, it allows you to petrify people. Turns into stone. And as you can see, I did just unlock that Hades touch, which sets people on fire. That's like a really low percent chance. The 20 cost upgrade is ridiculous. Basically, if you want to unlock or upgrade the perks on the tree, as you can see at the top where it says increase, and it has the X button colored in. Basically, I could do this. Increase weight capacity by 1, but I don't need to do it. I'm just showing it as an example. It will allow you to unlock abilities. You expend 1 to unlock it, and then you expend more to get upgrades for it. Right, now that I showed you guys that, I am going to show you guys what this Jordas' golem. You'll probably be a bit surprised. It's a lot like how I mentioned it earlier in the video. My cat's meowing. She's probably wanting a drink. She likes to get a drink from the faucet. That's why she does that. I guess I won't take any specters with me, except for the clone. Alright, so let's see. Got all the stuff I need. I'll take a better weapon with this. Let's see. Screw it, I'll just leave it on there. I need to check something first before we start. I'll have to ask her about that later. Right now, let's do it. Let's change it to gotta refresh the session. Give it a minute. Barely anyone does this mission anymore. Because I already have Atlas and I don't really need to farm it. But I need Atlas because I only have his chassis and blueprints. This quest is a little. This quest is a little freaky, so
Wake. Find it. The Furliak pods. Is that it? I really thought you would have more. Have you been using them?
What? No. A few, but you said...
That is not enough for him. You are just like all the others. You won't kill the golem. I don't want you to.
Jordas, calm yourself. Cephalon to Cephalon, we are here to help.
Yeah, I forgot you. I'm just gonna skip ahead to where I get. First thing we're gonna have to do is fight a giant. We're gonna have a juggernaut. That is not a fun thing to fight because it has a lot more health than its normal version of it. Oh, ew.
infestation ahead.
I see what you're doing. You came for the parts, just like the others. Greedy scavengers. You do not care about Jordas.
I am beginning to have
A terrible feeling.
some doubts about this mission. What have I got you into?
Nothing we can't handle, Ordis.
Feel that? The golem. He's coming.
Get into position. The golem is here.
I am sorry, operator.
Wonderful Burliac.
Wait, this is a trap?
I told you not to come.
Pleased they did.
Jordas, what kind of are you?
You have no idea what I am.
Join us, and you will.
You cannot stop.
This
Let us
show his weak point. I got a good amount of damage.
I am Cephalon. I serve my...
You are our voice.
Operator, hull integrity is failing. This is all my fault.
Embrace us. We are your flesh.
Operator, I am detecting a much larger infested life form. Much larger.
I am a Cephalon. I serve my...
I am their voice.
I regret to inform you.
This is just the beginning.
Hull failing. To hell with Precept 44. Get out of there.
I love how Clem just stays there. We'll see why
Prepare for
I
Arkham,
said
so you
he's
can
the biggest
Obliterate this thing.
Target acquired. Take them down.
It is out now.
I can't control it. I don't want to. Lost little things.
Just have to be real careful. So yeah, he has a ton of health, so this might actually take
It's engines! Shoot out the engines!
getting close to being sitting at 20,000. Oh, that was good. See how much his health bar is going down? Barely at all. What is he getting?
My analysis indicates its engines are vulnerable.
Light it up.
When convenient.
So I just keep going back and forth. Hitting it in the engine area. So this helps completely clear out. The only way to beat him.
Useless hollow shells.
Sweet, all that stuff. I'm almost done with it anyway. Tell you when I'm done. 'Cause it might mess up the recording. Or cut it short. Sorry about this.
He knows you are like that other Warframe.
What?
We will
The,
quiet them too.
Oblivion state. Internet strength of lot. Resource house.
Nobody makes a fool of Ornis.
Oh dear. Where did that come from?
Projectile. Really? Okay.
I never wanted this. I want to be somewhere else.
Taste someone else.
Yeah, he's corrupted by the infested way. Well, got his health on like 60%. By a little.
Don't kill me. No, wait. Please do.
You know, it says he has 20,000 health. I feel like he does a lot more.
It senses you are of like flesh. It is confused.
Why do you defile us?
must halfway.
Be reborn. Please, end this. We are endless. Succumb to us.
No. Keep fighting.
Getting closer to being dead.
Mortis, you need to know. I lied about Precept 44. I am not the only one. They made me say that to bait you.
There are so many more.
Mortis, you came to save me. Free me! I see it now.
You are the same. They fear themselves.
Tenno, are you abandoning this?
Yeah, you
Return
can
to your
get knocked
objective,
out of
or
this
I will have Ordis
thing,
extract you.
or it'll automatically extract you. Not
Tenno, rip it apart.
And there it goes. Oh wait, it's not dead yet. Oh, there it goes.
Succumb to us.
No. Keep fighting. Thank you, Operator.
What would I have done if I had lost you?
And that's the end of the mission. Hope you guys liked it. This is Cosmic Island, signing off.